Hello everyone, welcome back to VIP Masquerade. We just had some lunch. Well, no, actually, shouldn't be considered dinner. And we opened our, we rested, abyss, yeah. The light! You guys to switch flip it, the familiar cramped room with steel door and no windows coming to view. You emerge from the bedroom fully awake, just like yesterday. This time, however, Sophie is waiting for you, comfortably seated on the sofa. Your living room space, a book in her hand, the melon kidney of resistance, the title shows on brand. Okay. Good evening, Andorea. Good evening? Good evening, Sophie. How do you get inside? Sorry to have kept you waiting. To be fair, I haven't been here long. I was enjoying reminiscing about the time when I called this my heaven. The recall was much different, of course. Heaven? Really? You too? Called to have an appointment and receive word of Elysium. Will be called again tonight on account of your unruly friend from Corona Park. This should be a great opportunity for you to mingle. Chip talking as you walk downstairs. Again in the car, Gregory gives a slight nod. Hello, Gregory. A small smile while opening the door for Sophie. Okay, he starts the car when you take your seat in the back. Most of the Primogen Council is bound to be there, at least those who usually attend. Probably some of the important personality. You do well to at least learn about it. Who should I talk to? How should I carry myself when inside? Oh, it is great. What? How should I carry myself when inside? You know, told me if there are any sable, vivre kind of rules. Is it savoir? Vivre? I don't know. It's an interesting word. I never saw it. Kind of rules I should respect when talking to other vampires. Knowing that you are among your superiors is probably the most important in our society. Status comes with age. Pardon my sincerity, but you are insignificant. I had that feeling. Not even associating with me can make the fact that you've been kindred for barely a few nights be forgotten. So know your place, stay out of your superior's business, and show the utmost respect. Thank you the prince for sparing you, and maybe having a friendly chat with Kadir publicly might show your gratefulness for being part of Camarilla now. I will suggest you make it sincere. At any rate, you should behave yourself tonight, okay? Remember what I told you about? Reflecting on me as your patron, I have a reputation to uphold in the court. Do not tarnish it. There it is. She might have saved you. She might be protecting and teaching you, but is scared that what she's really concerned about, her own interest. Yes. I mean, yeah. I had that feeling the moment she held me. Why? Why? She just held me because she wanted to. I mean, yeah, totally. This time is at the R-hole with something of a bad memory. The last time you were here, and the world has been turned upside down. Your existence nearly ended. Almost died. But tonight there is a very little outward hostility. Yes, Kadir gave you a look that definitely intended to remind you of your place, but the prince, also in attendance, seemed pleased to see you. Welcome, Sophie Andorea. You get that right. Good evening then to both of you. In the center, somebody else you wish to present so the court's mic. Yes. Yes, Prince, they will be joining us shortly. My assistants retrieving them present. He is better be words the Prince time, Langley. The Prince gives Kadir a cold glance. Forgive the shabby harshness, he's in particularly foul mood tonight. Something to do with Andorea bigotry eluding his grasp, I believe. Bigotry? Bigotter? Eluding his grasp? What? What did I do to you, Kadir? Ouch, that must hurt his ego, even if his only reply is a crooked smile. The mention of your sire makes you come back to old... Oh, you mean the... Okay, the Latina girl. All the talk of extremely social norms, disillusionment with the status quo you enjoy back in the club. Look at you now, behave agreeable. I'm no more. He likely wouldn't be too happy with his whole setup, Prince quote higher great titles. But hey, she's gone, probably forever. If you ever break out of this, it will be on your own. Deferring up the whisper in the gallery, Hope breaks you out of your thoughts. Gregory enters the room, the jumpsuit clad inert vampire still stacked on his shoulder. The show's about to start. Sophie Driver places his charge in the middle of the room and nods respectfully to Kadir. The sheriff approaches the vampire and removes the stake from his chest. Oh, he just paralyzed him, didn't even kill him. The crafty eyes flicker to life and he starts looking around in disbelief like a cornered animal. He backs out all on all fours, keeps going silks until he realizes he's trapped. Fuck! Kadir steps on the man's chest and pins him to the floor. Why? Who do we have here? Why? Who do we have here? Oh fuck, oh shit, no, come on, don't! Silence. The sheriff takes off the aura of utter dread. It appears as if it's a primal force of nature that's out to get out. There's absolutely nothing you can do but scream in terror. The beast inside you shrieks. You could swear it happens in unison with the instinct of some of other guests here tonight. I guess vampire power again. Smorpheus time. Kadir's saying I Smorpheus time. So like anything you experienced in his company during your turbulent first night as a vampire, he really did go easy on you, all things considered. Well, I did go easy on him, all things considered. I only got 1 strike and a half, okay? He was cool about it. It seems like it takes all of the Holden willpower to not go in the field of stage and start crying. No, please don't hurt me, man, don't. You and me are going to have a little talk downstairs at the prince's discretion. Please go ahead, Mr. Sheriff. You heard the prince? Get up, let's go. He doesn't wait for a confirmation, he just grabs the man, drags him, kicking, screaming out of the room. Conversation starts all around you, some whispered, some quite overt. Sophie looks somehow bored at the whole affair, her eyes wandering from the art piece to art piece, clearly finding nothing very particularly liking. Torture an art gallery, will Kadir manage to so? What happens now? Torture? What happens now? I'll be at last some minutes before Kadir gets information he seeks out of this stock. Why not mingle while we wait for him to break? Excuse me. Mingle? Mingle? Sophie leaves your side and goes to a corner of the gallery where a group of kindred, some seemingly pretty old-fashioned gathered concierge, offer you a drink, still warm, it still smells nice. Ah! Thank you! Warm? Wait, what? Warm? You heat it out in a microwave? Just simply start you off and splash over your palate, coating your tongue and the inside of your cheeks. Nourishment! Food! Left to your own desire, you have a quick look around. The prince is currently talking to a dark-skinned woman that you recall seeing her those few nights ago. She has a cold but noble countenance to her. The conversation seems to be casual. A loud shrill laugh turns your attention to the respectable man who saw with Tommy on the night of your judgment. He's making the rounds, chatting up different patrons. You feel somebody eyes on you. A casual dressed, plain-looking man stands alone near a column, watching you. He turned his gaze away sheepishly when he realized you've noticed. Try to talk to the prince. You approach the prince, trying to stay as respectful of her private conversation as possible. She glances at you as you step forward, a scrutiny gaze mimicked by her companion. She addresses the dark-skinned woman before turning to you. Excuse me just for a moment, Samira. Yes, Andrea, what is it? I want to give you my thanks. I want to ask about Sophie. I want to ask about Camarilla. I just wanted to give you my thanks! Like a sheep that I am! I wish to thank you for sparing me, Prince. I realized it was an uneasy decision to make, and I wanted to express my sincere appreciation. How thoughtful of you. She takes a long look at you before she continues. I didn't do it from the kindness of my unbeating heart. You are an asset to Miss Langley, to the Camarilla, and to me. I believe I made the right decision, proved to me and the other kindred of this city that it was so, and there might be more of your future nights than just survival and servitude. Okay. The dark-skinned woman looks impatiently at you and catches the prince's attention. Forgive me, and that's all time I can spare right now. We have some things to discuss with Samira. Still, enjoy your night, Andrea. Okay, so Samira is the... Leave without comments. Same to you, Prince. Just move and leave. We leave the two women to their conversation, which they get back to almost immediately after Prince turns to Samira. You notice Sophie mingling with other kindred, clearly in her element and not to be disturbed. Kadir hasn't come back yet, so you can probably still find time for at least one conversation. Really? Chatter with a man with the glasses. Confront the man looking at you. With the glasses? Confront the man looking at you. Yeah, confront. There's something about this guy. It's not that he's staring at you. Most everybody in this room has, at one point or another, is how he does it. He seems shy. Maybe he's even afraid. It's hard to find a secluded spot in a gallery tonight, but this guy has an entire corner of the room all to himself. As you approach, he's standing alone with no glass in hand and worried look in his face. Good evening, mister. Larson. Larson, you can call me Robert, either's fine. So who are you? You mean like generally a vampire, same as you thought I might not quite look it. I'm one of the Prince's Primogen. I'm here on business in case the Prince requires my insight. Usually it's so she can hear me out before ignoring me. Okay. Not sure if you were paying attention to the other night, but when the Prince mentioned diverging opinions on whether you should be executed or not, that was me. I was the diverging opinion. Wait, what do you mean? What was your reasoning? And you were in your What was... and you were ignored? I kind of want to say this! And you were ignored. What was your reasoning? Not that I'm ungrateful, but out of curiosity, what was your reasoning? My reasoning, just common sense, that you shouldn't be blamed for being assaulted and essentially murdered to boot. But as Kadir loves to say, the traditions are clear. Listen, I don't want to be rude, I appreciate you reaching out, but word of advice, stay away from me. Okay, I'll take that. Many vampires decide regard my position as primogenitor to be some kind of a joke, you know. You talk to me, they will notice, and I will hold it against you. Okay, if a quick look behind, and you see that few of the kindred keep shooting your curious glances. One woman particularly, a redhead boasting a fanciful hairstyle, watching you disapprovingly. A redhead boast, okay. Is that Sophie? Some of them already do, I imagine. Excuse me, I need to try to get a word in with a few primogen members before Kadir returns. Enjoy. Just the critical looks of a few kindred to keep you company, you start thinking about who to pursue next. A lot of exchange near the staircase grab the attention of everyone. Kadir is back, and Houdloom is with him. The sheriff pushes his unfortunate victim inside the room. The vampire that threatened you last night is a mess. That stupid hat is still inseparably on his head. SMH. Covering some of his ruined face in a welcome shadow. He's barely conscious the way he beat the shit out of him. His chin is broken, you think of something protruding there, making the palmed leg bulge. One arm seems twisted at a strange angle. Very little blood, surprisingly, but clearly it will hurt of all. Well, Kadir, did our guest cooperate? Indeed. Tell the prince your name. It's Howard. And who do you run with, Howard? The Midnighters. Anna Coteries, my prince, active for some time now, though from what his one told me, the name is about the only legacy the group has kept. Yes, I see. Hey prince, I didn't mean it, you know I didn't. Loudcrack makes some of the guests audibly gasp as Kadir's lap dislocated the man's jaw. A spray of all blood creates something like an absurd art piece on the floor. Ouch. This one is guilty of threatening a member of the Camarilla and claiming a domain without the prince's approval. That alone would be enough to pass with judgment, but he also Anarchs come. My prince. Can be only one verdict. Final. Death. Do your duty, sheriff. Goodbye. Unless of course somebody would like to play at being good Samaritan like our dear Miss Langley a few nights ago. The look of the priest serves you as Sophie is a cruel jest. Sophie takes gracefully, smiling and slipping her arm under yours in a strange public show of affection. Nobody says anything. I mean, the vampire named Howard jumps to his feet and makes for the window. Grab Howard. Do not interfere. Stop Howard from escaping. Celerity? Celerity? What is celerity means? Grab Howard. Space second you make Motherfucker! Motherfucker! You were trying to kill me? You are dead, man! Space second you make your choice, focusing on blood on dash forward and grab forward by the back of his jumpsuit, pulling him away from the window. The assassin resisted, but find you don't have to worry about it. When a swift cut separates Howard's head from his body, you let go, and the headless corpse slumps to the ground. Kadir is standing between you and the window, his sword drawn, and an ugly smile on his face. Well, Andorea, your eagerness is laudable, if unnecessary. That Howard fellow couldn't have hoped to escape his fate, not facing Kadir's expertise. However, I have made note of this show of loyalty on both you and your partner's account. I would like to thank Miss Langley for bringing this anecdote to my Kadir's attention, as you might have found all the verdict satisfactory. A rhetorical question, and everybody here knows it. Howard, you're not gonna escape. You want to fuck with me? You fuck with a wrong asshole. And I consider tonight's meeting concluded. Good night, all of you. Good night. I was like, he's not running away. I don't care. You wanna gang up on me? Really? You're fucked. You step out of the room and you see many of the guests move to do the same. Will celery make me like more bloodthirsty? Out of curiosity, Sophie seemed to be conversing with somebody, a serious-looking man in the trench coat, about what transpired. You probably have the time to strike up a conversation on your own, too. Kadir Samir is still here for one, but clearly getting ready to leave. I wanna have a conversation with Kadir, my boy. Lasse is still mopping around, and the other man you noticed before Kadir brought Danak in, still chatting with the remaining attendants. Talk to the sociable man? Talk to Kadir before he leaves. Sherry mood seems to have improved, so you decide you won't get a better shot to say your piece. You're just cheating his own as you approach him. He notices you just before his face turns from a melancholic frown back to his regular predatory smirk. You seem to have caught him in a moment of reflection. What is it, Andorea? I want to thank you for bringing me here. It's very alright. Impressive work tonight. Impressive work tonight! For giving me a chance. An emotion creeps on Kadir's face that you haven't seen. The sheriff exhibit yet. Is that gratitude? It's fleeting, only there for a moment, gone in a blink of an eye. I was trying on my nerves, and you are still far away from proving that it was the right thing to do. So don't think that a few kind words will let you off the hook. I still have to admit, I was surprised as the prince when you jumped at the opportunity to stop the Anarch from escaping. I was sure Valerie wouldn't have beat you to it. I'm sure Valerie would have beat you to it. Valerie? If there is nothing else, I'll be taking my... Okay. What? Why you're so mean? You enjoy being a sheriff? Can you tell me something about Sophie? Why you're so mean? Why you're so mean? As my cackle genuine. Good night, fledgling. And watch yourself. You mess up by my batting average, so be sure to keep close eyes on you. Okay. With that final threat, he leaves the gallery. He's right about when Sophie also ends her conversation and walk over to you. Interesting evening, wasn't it? Come, Gregory, waiting downstairs. He seems preoccupied with something and not in a talkative mood. It's an awkward ride back to the city. This time you arrive to another building, just 2 streets across your apartment. She brings you upstairs to a very nice lobby and luxurious looking hall with her domain. Please have a seat, I shall be right with you. You take in your surroundings. The apartment is like a gallery, an old school smoking room, and you've seen it some period piece. Nouveau riche living room. How do you know these words? Meticulously combined together. Apologies, all habits die hard. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to be dead to do that. Like, does it actually work if you think about it? I mean, smoking. If you're a vampire, what do you care? Yes, it stick with you even after death. Not that it will damage her, I mean. She drags on her cigarette and breathes out, breaths you. How is she doing that? Can you do that? Oh yes, you might not know, it takes some practice, but you can keep smoking if you like. Other things, too. Experiment, you might surprise yourself. Really? I can breathe? Wait, how does it work? So the vampire doesn't need air, oxygen, I believe. But I did not bring you here to show off. I can smoke, kid! These were arrested tonight. The door is in the back. The bedroom similar to yours. I have servants and bodyguards in addition, of course. Okay. I brought you here because I need you to trust me. When I told you before that I need your best behavior to uphold my good standing with the court, I mean it, but that's not the whole story. Okay. I had a feeling. So why did you save my life? I have your interest in mine too. That is why I'm giving you your own heaven. Why I'm trying to teach you how to navigate this new reality. You need to trust me, or else this won't work. Fair enough. You can come here whenever you feel like asking me something. When you're in trouble too, though I hope that won't happen often. I will ask you to come here when you wake up tomorrow. I have something to discuss with you. Okay. Trust needs to be earned. Why not discuss it right now? Since we are here together. Still need to follow up a few things before we speak. Patience, fledgling. That silence again. There's definitely something on Sophie's mind tonight, but she doesn't seem eager to share it with you yet. I'm leaving for another visit. Come downstairs with me. We'll give you a lift. Thanks. A quick trip. I promise that you'll show up tomorrow, and some polite goodbyes later. You open the doors to your heaven and gather your thoughts. It's exciting in a way, being dragged deeper and deeper into this secret society and its roots. Whatever Sophie has planned for you is bound to teach you more about this thing you have become. You sink into your vampiric sleep with just a sliver of hope. Just a welcome change. Oh! We cannot really travel anywhere. Okay, I see. Once more darkness fall upon the city. Okay. You wake up, same as you have these past few weeks, in a windowless room. As pry open to a full steel door, you look out the window to see, invariably, a sky half of sunlight. The hunger. Oh, I'm hungry? And it hits you. And when you let yourself wonder if there will ever come a night when he's just not there, given that you learned that so far, you probably have a much chance of kickstarting your heart with jumper cables. Okay, you lock the door behind you and head over to Sophia's apartment. You did promise to call on her. Might as well not keep the lady waiting. And hey, what else are you gonna do? Call Jess. Jess? Yeah, right, what would the hell? What do we have to tell her? She even pick up all. She'd probably use the opportunity to stick some more needles in you, or worse, persuade you to come back. Or go back to work? Yeah, well, you're kidding. HR probably found their replacement the day after you went missing. Nobody there cares if you got kidnapped or turned a creature of the night. But thought puts you in a weird mood. It's a strange sensation to walk through the crowded streets, same as you have many times before, but feeling so disconnected of all these people. Well, you're not one of them anymore. You're a vampire, kindred. You need to carve your own path in this strange new existence, one way or another. Appropriately enough, you arrive at the Sophie building just to cross your mind. A quick word with the security guard and you're let in the elevator. Apparently, Miss Langley is expecting you. Of course she is. You knock and wait patiently at as the footstep on the other side grow closer. Finally, the door opens and Gregory, Sophie's driver, invites you in. Okay, hello Gregory. Why are you in? Why are you inside, Gregory? You find Lady herself standing in the window, silhouetted against the city midnight glow. She stares at you, motionless, like a marble statue. Okay. Good evening. She doesn't react immediately, but seems to snap out some meditative states and looks at you with strangely bleary eyes. Yes, good evening, Andorea. I was wondering, when you look at out this city, when you see the lights, hear the hum, smell the rain off the pavement, what do you think about? Piss. I'm not joking. Every time I go to a big city, I go outside, the first smell that hits me is the piss. And the first thought that hits me every time is dog piss or is it human piss? Because every time, both in, especially in Rome, I don't know why, I go out, it's like this smell of piss. And every time I'm like, is this, why is it so smelly? Lights and rain and lanterns honking below, music blasting through the neighborhood window, echoing off of a building. Someone should record an hour of this and throw it up on YouTube as an assignment piece. Which they probably already did, so we are quite late. Other than that though, is a business as usual. The sights, the sounds, the smells, you know them all so well. Sophie watches you, you can tell she's disappointed, somehow, but she covers up with a courteous smile. Well, not everyone can appreciate the intricacies that the world offers you. In fact, among kindred, my clan is somehow notorious for finding innate meaning, even in the mundane. Okay? You see the blood that flows within me is that of a clan. Toreador! Is that important? There are 13 such bloodlines among us, kindred, though the number has been contested in the past, and these nights seem that nothing is certain anymore. The clans have gone by many abbeydays over the years, but the names used these nights have their roots in medieval times, the original Inquisition, if you can believe. So how old are you? These to categorize They use these to categorize us, describe our inherent differences. In time we adopted them ourselves. Each clan has a uniqueness about it, inescapable, originating from an ancient progenitor, carried from the sire to childhood. For the Toreador, the gift lies in sensitivity of sort, uniquely attuned to beauty and ugliness both. What? Ouch! I feel somehow put on the spot. We can see either where most cannot. A blessing on most nights, occasionally a curse. A curse indeed. The sheriff is on my clan as well, although you'd be hard pressed to see him as such. Poor Kadir. It breaks my heart to see him in this state. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? As a sheriff? Still, there's a beauty into it as well. Nothing like a good fall from grace. Try as she might to act playfully, you can tell she genuinely cares. She lets her gaze wander for a brief moment, but is quick to regain her composure. Then there are the Ventrue, okay, known for their pride and proclivity to rule over others. The prince represent that clan, as is quite common in our society around the globe. Where the blue bloods think themselves rulers, the Brujah like to see themselves as preeminent revolutionaries. Wait, I am one of them. I am a Brujah? They call for a universal rebellion while being slaves to their own temper. We don't discuss the Rumble much anymore, not after they've largely broken off with the Camarilla, to think they were philosophers once, long ago. I want to tell you more about some of the other bloodlines tonight. Well, what's my clan? How can I tell a kingdom's clan? Clans stick together, right? What's my clan then? Do you know what my clan is? No, I can only guess, based on certain aspects of your behavior and taste. You'll need to come to your own conclusions, seek validation from your clanmates, if you require such a thing. If I'm not wrong, I was supposed to be rebellious, if I'm not wrong. As you will no doubt learn, some kindred fits these stereotypes more than others. The blood is hard to deny, though there are certainly those who try. But that is perhaps a subject for another time. I invite you here for a reason. There's something I wanted to speak to you about. It is a customary in our society, especially among young kindred, to organize into coteries. Sometimes these are called by the prince himself, and one day by a fledgling messiah. In our case, you may treat these more as a strong recommendation. I want you to seek out companions, not only because you need to learn more about our society. Though friendship are rare among kindred, but having allies, even temporary ones, is something of a necessity. These nights, you might be selfish creature, we are drawn to each other, nonetheless. Where should I look for it? Any suggestion? Where should I start looking? We're just about to get to that. She puts on a mysterious smile. I spent some of my precious time last night asking around, pondering potential kindred for you to meet. Came out with a short list of contacts, but we appreciate the gesture. Forge a partner with that might offer perspective and viewpoints that I cannot provide, answer through which view our kind, till members of the Camarilla, of course, more or less. You're choosing friends for me? Okay, what are they? Who's on the list? You get to learn about them, I see. Good, I'm glad. So let us start with the Tremor. They are powerful clans disliked by many, but feared and respected by many more. They have been an important pillar of the Camarilla since the very beginning. They are the Blood Sorcerers. I'm guessing that is Robert, right? It must be Robert. You look at Sophie with a hint of disbelief. Blood Sorcerers? Pretty sure Mark from QA used to brag about having a level 17 Blood Sorcerers. Somehow you don't think he meant magical vampires. Sophie snickers. Ah, Charlie, don't be caught with that look on your face when you meet that war-looking person. What the fudge is going on? Are we going full magical? They are really out of that on using vitae, their own as well as others, to unique and potent effects. So I can choose which clan to belong? Maybe. Since they are quite rigid in their hierarchy, the kindred I had in mind for you might need some persuading. His name is Agathon. Agathon? From what I hear, he's quite a scholar, very ambitious. The childie of a noted drama here in New York, alias in Sturbridge. Spend enough time to Agathon, I'm not sure. You'll be running to her sooner or later. A scholar sounds boring. A chance to meet an important person then. Blood magic, intriguing. Yes, fascinating is also a well-kept secret of the tremor. Don't expect them to share it right away. Some things have to be earned. Anyway, if you wish to contact the young Tremor, I hear you can casually find him in a new age bookstore out of Broadway. Tremor have one of their own workshop there. Gregory will give you the details. Cool. Now this next recommendation comes with a bit of caveau. As you recall me saying, most bloodlines have unique features. They might not be obvious at first glance. Well, there is one clan whose members wear their curse on their sleeve. Their curse? How? Why? The Nosferatu. Oh wait, I know, I heard of it. Man, what's your goofy name, man? I guess they're all really big blue oyster cult. Yes, sure. No wonder they make their heaven in sewers, abandoned building and such. The appearance of heat is obviously unnatural. What? Had they walked the street like other kindred, the kind will have learned our existence long ago. Oh, you mean those? Okay, I know what you mean. She just shudder. It's hard to tell if her user complexion, but you could swear her skin suddenly took on a even more sickly color. The one I have in mind isn't as big as I, so as the worst of them, but he's no Adonis either. Still, he has some ties and connection that you might find useful. His name's D'Angelo, and he has an office, for lack of a better term, the otherwise abandoned green terminal in the Red Hook, right next to one of those Swedish stores. The names escapes me, ones with the awful furniture. Hot Ikea. No, if it's not a connection, doesn't get a hot Ikea. Swedish furniture, so you mean IKEA? IKEA? Yes, that's it. My mind struggles with things that are aesthetically displeasing. Angelo does job for Kadir, digging up dirt, locating kindred who prefer to remain hidden. The kind of work that Nosferatu are best at. He's on a case right now, something to do with the kind murders, I think. After your initial brush with our dear sheriff, I think it will be wise to show some good will towards his agenda. Assisting D'Angelo with his investigation might be just the thing. Are we hunting someone? She takes a brief pause to look out the window again. Now come to the two more exotic proposals. Exotic? I use a blood mage and a vampire detective and we're business as usual. As you may have heard about Gangrel before, not really. They are a wild clan, in touch with their beast, in a way others might not dare to attempt. They mostly keep out of big cities, but there are exceptions. I wanna be a summoner. I want a beast. I want a beast. I want to be Mr. Beast. Nominally, I haven't been a part of the Camarilla for over 2 decades, okay? But the one kindred I would like you to meet has strong, shall we say, familiar ties to the sect. Her name is Tamika. Okay. I feel like none of them are from the Camarilla except the first one, the blood one. Her sire, Jezebel, was instrumental during the Battle of New York back 1999. The very same battle that cemented the city at Camarilla Domain. 1999. What the fuck happened in 1999? It's quite early. It's what happened in 1999? The Battle of New York. It's an actual thing. The Seattle WTO protester? I only got this a protest about buildings and stuff. Her achievement, yeah, okay, got it. Tamika and a number of her siblings still reside in the domain. They were awarded after the battle. Prospect Park, Jezebel herself left the city some years ago, fed up with it being underappreciated. You mentioned siblings. Actual biological brother and sister? No, not in the mortal sense. The gangrel sometimes use the word brood to indicate child they're beget by the same sire. As you can probably tell, they do take the whole animal motive quite far. I'm not so sure how many of them there are, but they are rumored to be a tight-knit group. The gangrel often antagonistic, so when you meet Tamika or her siblings, be careful not to slight them. They are easily provoked and can hold grudge for a long time. I speak from experience. Great. So you see, seeking out Tamika could prove quite educational, if nothing else. And who knows, perhaps you will find her temperament to be a welcome change of pace. But speaking of a change of pace, I have one last suggestion for you, though this one I don't make lightly. The kindred who call herself Hope. Malkavian? They are uniquely cursed clan. For centuries we consider them mad, insane, unhinged, but those of us who spend enough time with them come to understand the truth. It is not sickness, but a unique perception of the world has them appear to be as unstable, and their perception can prove to be very valuable. Having a Malkavian as your companion might be taxing on the nerves and true test of patience at times, but her inside intuition unraveled among kindred. As for Hope, specifically, she is said to be recluse, but I have had good authority that she can currently be found in a internet cafe. Oh no, it's a millennial. Oh no. I was so finished like a girl with colored green hair. Believes I called a lower Manhattan category had the others. Okay, great. Quaint. When you learn about Hope, she doesn't sound like my type. Really? In the cafe, really? How quaint. I really wouldn't know. Okay. But since you brought it up, you're aware that Camarilla is highly critical of using the internet to communicate. The Second Inquisition made sure of it. Exercise caution when out that happened. Okay. The Second Inquisition? What happened to the Second Inquisition? No internet. Well, Billy tests all of them. I still have a few social calls to make tonight, so I'll leave it to you. Use tonight and tomorrow night to arrange some cordial visit on your own. I will send ready for you as I have further need for your services. And that reminds me, you will need a car. Join us downstairs, won't you? I receive a car on my second day as a vampire. Great! She smiles once more and tells now her driver. He helps her put on her coat, and the three of you leave Sophie's apartment. So he points to one of the car nearest the building as Gregory hands you the keys. It's rather inconspicuous compact car, a decent looking one, if not luxurious. Right. I'll still take it. I mean, I just need a car. Stay safe, Andorea. This is your first night alone. Don't let it be your last. Okay. As it right away, you find yourself with more freedom than you had for the few past nights. A blessing or a burden, time will tell. With a list of others in hand, you consider your next move. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end the episode right now, right here, in this precise momento. So we can explore the things. I see I cannot save really, so I guess my choices are forever. So have a lovely day and good luck with that.